Max.
Hi, Steve. My name's Sarah. I'm going to be your nurse today. Do you mind if I come in and ask you a few questions?
No, not at all.
Okay. So I was reading in your chart that you had an accident about 2 weeks ago and you hurt your wrist and your jaw.
Yes.
How's the pain on your wrist and your jaw doing?
Um, it's still there. It's kind of all swollen, and it still hurts It hurts from time to time. It
Okay.
flares up and then it goes down.
How would you rate this pain on a scale of 0 to 10?
Right now I'm probably at a 3. That's probably my standard rate now that it's hurt. And then if I get up and move around a lot or am using my wrist, it could get up to like a 7.
Okay. Are you taking anything for the pain?
I've got a prescription, but I try not to take them because those things can be bad for you.
Okay. Do you know what kind of medication it is?
Yeah, I believe it's hydrocodone.
Okay. And does the pain go away when you take that medication?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a pretty numbing sensation.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to come in and talk to you a little bit about what happened 2 weeks ago. So I heard that this is your second accident and you wrecked on your way home from work.
Well, it wasn't that bad, but yeah, it was a little accident on my way home from work.
Okay. And when they came into the hospital, do you remember what happened? Anything from the wreck or getting to the hospital?
The the memory for me is a little blurry.
Okay. So what I understand is that you were drinking alcohol on your way home, or during the day, and you were under the influence while you were driving home, and that's what helped, cause the accident.
Yeah, that's where everyone's pointing their fingers for sure.
Okay. Do you mind if we talk about that a little bit more? No?
Not at all.
Okay. So how often do you usually drink alcohol?
Um, some would say I'm a good friend of the bottle.
Okay.
Um, I definitely have my days where I could start in the morning and make it last all day.
Okay. Thanks for sharing with me. So how many drinks a day would you say that you drink?
Well, it was kind of throughout the day. You don't really want people noticing that you're drinking all day, so I'd just take shots. Wake up, take one before work, take one at my first break at work, maybe take two. Take one with lunch, just kind of throughout the day to keep it going. Probably 6 or 7 shots throughout the day.
Okay. Sure. So sounds like it fits in pretty much on an everyday basis. More than one drink per day.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's good about drinking alcohol for you? Why do you choose to drink alcohol?
I just appreciate the numbing sensation.
Okay.
Things just kind of are easier when I can just not care because I'm drunk.
So you'd say that something good about drinking is you just feeling like your problems kind of go away?
In in some ways, yes.
Okay. And did this accident before have anything to do with alcohol?
Um, the my first accident,
Mm-hmm.
that one was not as alcohol related.
But were you drinking during the day when you had that accident as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorta.
So would you say that something bad about drinking alcohol is that it's caused you a couple accidents and some physical pain?
Yeah, it definitely comes at its price of some bumps and bruises and tickets here and there.
Okay. And I understand that you have a medical history of hypertension, but when you presented to the hospital the first time, it looked like your blood pressure was significantly high. Has anybody ever talked to you about the effects of alcohol on your blood pressure?
Um, mm, Nothing that I haven't really held on to.
Okay. So it can increase your blood pressure, especially if you're drinking a lot of alcohol. It can spike your blood pressure to significantly dangerously high levels. So maybe that's just, something to think about with your hypertension.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
lot of things that can kill us.
okay, yeah, absolutely. So I have some information about the drinking guidelines. Would you be interested in hearing that?
Sure.
I'm sure somebody's probably talked to you about this before, but drinking 5 or more drinks in one sitting or more than 14 a week can put you at risk for injury or illness and can cause some serious health problems. And, like you've experienced with your wrecks before, drinking probably, added to that and made it a little bit worse. What do you think about that?
Um, I think we all have our vices, and everything can be bad. I like to drink, so does everyone else.
Okay.
I don't think it's too bad.
Okay. So, one other thing that we like to talk about when we're talking about alcohol with our patients is the readiness ruler. And this just talks about your readiness to change. So, it's kind of like the pain scale on a scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being none at all and 10 being, the most significant. How ready would you say that you are to maybe cut back on your drinking?
I'd say maybe a 6,
A 6?
just a little more than halfway.
So, you feel like you are ready to cut back on your drinking or make a plan to help yourself stop a little
Yeah,
bit
we're
more?
always gonna stop tomorrow.
Okay. So a 6 is pretty significant amount of readiness for change. What makes you choose that number?
Because it's one more than half.
Okay. So what are some options or healthier things that you would like to do in place of drinking, or that you can think you might be able to do?
Maybe I'll take up yoga.
Yoga? Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Do you like to do any other kind of hobbies or anything when you get off work to help you relax?
Sometimes I read. Sometimes I go out to restaurants and have dinner. Different scene. I don't
Okay.
know.
So it sounds like yoga or
Yeah,
maybe reading.
I like to work out.
Oh, work out. That's great. That's a really great habit. Something that you could use instead of drinking. That's great. Thank you for sharing with me. So could you talk to me about a time that you have overcome a challenge in the past, and what resources helped you through that time? Maybe like your last wreck. What helped you through that time?
Well, I think the bottle helped me through my last wreck,
Okay.
if I'm being honest. Not necessarily the fact that I was a binger all the time, but instead of taking the pills, I could just take a couple shots and be able to feel relaxed and not in pain.
Okay. So it sounds like you've got a decent plan. Like you
Yeah.
said, maybe reading or yoga or going out to some restaurants. And it sounds like we could definitely help you work on that and give you some positive things to change. Exercise is a great outlet to use when you're feeling stressed, or another hobby that you could take up. So does that you feel like you have those options available for you to change?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been to Alcohol Anonymous meeting before? Have you ever heard of AA?
No.
No? Is
No,
it something?
I know what it is, but I'm not going to go to that.
Okay, sure. Have you ever done any kind of counseling before or seek therapy regarding alcohol
No.
use? Okay. So we've got plenty of handouts or information. If you would be interested in any of those, I could get you some. But other than that, I want to talk about a follow-up visit. So this is your 2-week visit. Maybe we could get you back in another 2 weeks or within the next month. Does that sound okay for you?
Yeah, sure, that works.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today and taking the time to talk about this. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks.